Hello everyone and welcome to a update video for Farming Simulator 22. The 1.2 up, I think it's 1.2. Anyway, there was an update that came out today. You'll be viewing it a day after, but nonetheless, today I wanted to focus on one of those little things, and it has to do with orchards. So I got my little tractor, got a couple of harvesters here, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the whole setting up your field for orchards. Now, I did a video of this before in the video series that I have, but I wanted to address this again based on the patch. Okay, so if I go into orchards here, now I'm going to do the grapes first. Now this is a slanted field, okay? This is not flat. I did this kind of on purpose here. But as you can see from the rows, I'm going to pick the third row. Now I'm not going to go down the full length of this. But the idea is just to kind of go down a little bit. And so there. All right. So the bit that wasn't very good. That wasn't very straight now, was it? Okay, well, it doesn't matter because now we have snapping. Remember, in the other video, it would disappear if it got to be near it. Now you can see I'm just moving my mouse. I'm not even clicking, and it just snaps right in place. So I'm going to click and then go down the line, and we get perfect rows. Look at that. I think I'm in the way. Hold on. Let me sort of get out of the way here. So there we go. So I'm gonna do a few more, but I'm gonna do it away from that one since I sort of got that one off a little bit. I'm gonna do it over here. Let's start with that line right there. That looks good. All right, so let's look at that snapping again. You can see I just moving the mouse over. It snaps in place. So now we just have to, and you know, even if I go like this, you notice it still stays right in place. So we get perfect rows, and this is going to come in real handy. Now I'm going to put a few just. Why is it, am I standing in the way again? What is this? Let's try that again. Collides with another item. I wonder if it's because I'm in an angle here that it's not liking that too much. That might be a good learning thing here. Let's try it from the other side. There we go. All right, so we have those, and I want to do some with our olives, just to show that we can do olives as well. So go down the line here, and we come back up. You see, in this case, you can almost see, zoom in here, you see how it goes green. Go back up and do it again. All right, so there we go. So we have a few rows. Okay, we have 3 rows of these. We have 3 rows of these. Now, so that's one part. Now, the next part I'm going to show you is not part of the patch, But because we have this sort of new kind of snapping effect, for the most part. Now, it did snap with the grapes. I want to say it didn't really appear that it snapped over here. We just had the lights. So, I don't know if we need to go back and look that over again or what, but so I wanted to pull this up front here because we still have this whole thing about getting in between the rows, right? So if we go down the center of the row, and this has the mulcher on it right here. Just trying to get it straight. You can see that there is a decent amount of space in between them because you know, one of the newer mods that came out this week was GPS. So the idea is, can we use GPS also with these? So we say Alt-C and then Control-S. So we have, you know, our standard window. We have our little thing here. Mine's in feet, so hopefully that is correct. But what I'm going to suggest, maybe we can do the A heading. But we'll try it with the A and B first. And go from there. But we can enable guidance steering, and we have the snap on offset. We have a line offset. That's just where the line is. We don't really need to worry about that too much. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to set the guidance point. So okay, here we go. Well, apparently I didn't go far enough. I don't see any lines here. Let's see. It's not showing anything, so maybe I'll turn the line up here a little bit. But I'm not actually going to be doing the mulching. What I'm just doing is checking to see if there's a way we can set this. And since I can't see the line, it's making it difficult. So that might be something we'll have to practice with as far as one of these goes. But as long as you're as straight as possible, you should be able to set it up to kind of help. Now, there's probably going to have to be a little bit of adjustment as far as making sure you're lined up, but then you have the poles, right? They're not passive. So that makes something like this a little bit tough to use. But what about the harvester? Well, that will be an interesting thing to try. Because with their snapping, we should theoretically have it working. And so we'll try that. Now hopefully I can get the lines to show up right. The thing about this is we just have to get it on there, right? Make sure it's lined up. Now the thing about the width is it says 0. So what we have to do is we have to do it based on the width of the tractor itself. Which, you know, this is measured in feet. And let me see if changing, because I have mine set to I have mine set this way. I don't know if that will change anything. Let's see. There we go. So with it set to meters now, what we can do is we can increase it to, there we go. I believe we're talking about 5 meters wide. I want to say. We can try that at 5. Oops. Or actually, well, it would be either 4 or 5 meters wide. Honestly, I'm not sure. We'll try it at 4 meters wide and we'll see what it does. So we got our A point set. All right. I'm still not seeing, oh, show lines. There we go. So it's pretty close. Yeah, we'll have to adjust that width. It might be more like 3 meters wide. Yeah, it's about 3 meters wide. There might be a little bit of an offset here, but it'll be really small. So we're just gonna see how that looks. And then the idea is that we should be able to, I can turn this thing around. Just locking it in place here. And if it passes all the way through, okay, it's off a little bit. So we might need a little bit of an offset. Not much, but a little bit. Maybe a offset of 0.5. I don't know if that puts it in the right spot or not. But we might have to play with it a little bit because, you know, I'm also not on flat ground. So I had a little bit of an offset. But the objective here is to see if both of these are going to be viable, right? Using GPS, which it appears to be good. Now, granted, this is angled. Now I got cruise control on. Was off by a little bit. But you get the idea. So we can use GPS with the grape harvester. So we just have to keep in mind that you're going to need a little bit of an offset, but it's only going to work best if we take advantage of the 1.2 update and we get those snap in. What about the olive one here? Well, if we look at the front of the olive machine, it's pretty much dead center. I don't think there's really much of an offset here. Now, this machine is, I want to say, about the same width as that one. So we can certainly try this and see if we can line it up. All right, so we'll just keep it right there. And you can see that it doesn't have it either. So we're going to set it at 3. Show the lines. We're going to make sure it's up high. We're gonna do the A. I'm just gonna drive a little bit. And we can kind of check the lines, make sure they're about right, about 3 meters. Looks about right. Everything's been enabled, so as long as it can pass through, we should be all right. But it does appear there is a little bit of an issue there. I mean, we can look at the line to see if the line lines up, and it does, so. I might not necessarily have this lined up perfectly on the tree here. And that might be more of my fault than anything. Let's see if we can correct that a little bit. Now I did have a little bit of an offset. I don't think I really need one in this case. I probably just need to redo. I just need to redo it. So let's see if we can redo this here. And that actually will help. Just having that line show up. If I could just get it on there straight. As you can see, it's passing through. It did a little bit of a knock there, but we'll see how it works with, I'm just going to skip a row here. Might be a little bit of an offset in here. Did I do the offset in the wrong direction? Oh, yeah, I guess it would help if I actually did something like that, wouldn't it? But as you can see, we can get it working. It's just a matter of setting it up right. So if you've been curious as to whether or not we can utilize GPS for this, I think now with update 1.2, that is a reality, and we can take advantage of that. Now, keep this in mind, though. I mean, you know, one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is this is not even a flat field. This field is very, you know, very much angled. So if I can do it on an angled field, you should be able to easily do it on a flat field. So there you have it. We have some GPS capability, maybe not necessarily with this guy here, although I think with a little more tweaking, we can probably make him work. It's just a matter of getting him lined up, you know, just right. because as you can see, these rows are perfectly straight. But it's still possible to make, you know, some small minor, you know, mistakes or whatever. And even then, I can't really see it looking down there. But we have snapping for orchards as part of the update. And then we also have the GPS mod that came out this week. And we can definitely make it work with these now. I'm gonna try it when I have to do my series, although I'm probably gonna have more problems because my stuff isn't snapped like these are. So with that, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more Farm Sim 22 content. I'll see you back on the farm.